What do Steve Perry fans want for Christmas this year? Well, we'll talk about it coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. You know, it's December. It's getting close to Christmas. We're waiting for things to happen, waiting for miracles, waiting to open up gifts, waiting to hear some news, right, from Steve Perry, maybe like a tour or something, right? Hoping, praying. We'll see what happens, right? Steve is getting all that court stuff out of the way. As for now, he's through with that, and I'll give you some more information about that. Sounds like he'll be through with the court situation until next year. But as for now, we just heard some interviews pre-recorded recently, and probably going to hear that on December 14th. He's got some more of that coming up on December 14th, which happens to be the 6-year anniversary of Kelly Nash's death. Kelly, which is Steve's girlfriend that passed away 6 years ago. Sad to say, but Steve is sentimental like that, and he may come up with something on that day. I'm just saying. Uh, just like he did, to remember Kelly. He released his album Traces in October, on October the 5th. That's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so to honor Kelly, that's what he did. So I'm thinking maybe something's going on there. Also, back in May, as you'll recall, he appeared, Steve appeared on American Idol at the same time that Jonathan Cain released Don't Stop Believing, the book. And I think that same weekend, Don't Stop Believing was featured on Saturday Night Live. It was like this big Don't Stop Believing weekend. It's the Don't Stop Believing movement, as I called it, And it seems like Steve and Journey, you can say they were working together or working opposite of each other. But it seems like every time something would come up, you know, Journey would do this and Steve would do this. And then, of course, back on the, October 5th, the same day that Steve released his album, um, was the final concert for Journey, like the same time, and so that's another thing. That the weekend that Steve was on American Idol back in May, Journey started the concert. So I mean, it's like they're happening at the same time. Is that on purpose? Are they working together? Some people get bent out of shape if I mention Steve and Journey. Uh, and but I'm not going to say anything about that. You know where I stand on that. But let me just say this: if there is a reason for those two to be releasing stuff, you can't deny the facts. They did do those shows. The book was released, and then the concert for Journey started the same time that Steve was on American Idol. And like I said, it ended right when Steve released his album. So, uh, coincidence? I don't think so. So, you know, Journey's got another concert suddenly just appeared out of the blue. That's going to be October the 16th, which is on a Sunday, 2 days after the 14th, when Steve is going to be on that interview, 2 days after the anniversary of Kelly's death. Uh, so I don't know. I don't, I'm not saying, it's on purpose, but it's just kind of coincidental, I guess, right? But wouldn't it be cool? I'm just making these scenarios. It doesn't mean that Steve is going to rejoin Journey. Don't start commenting. He's never going to return. He's not going to come back. Don't start saying all that. All I'm saying is maybe it's a perfect time for Steve to announce his tour on October the 14th. Or maybe Journey, maybe he shows up. I've been reading recently. Neil Sean has been writing different things over on Twitter and tweeting things. And there was this article in BAM magazine talking about how they think that the last concert in San Francisco, like that was it. That's all of Journey. They're going to go their separate ways. And a lot of people are talking about it. Next year Journey's going to be doing the Journey Through Time. Neil Sean's got a book coming out. Arnell's got a movie documentary that they're going to be working on too. So check that out. But everybody's doing their own thing. But suddenly they made this concert all of a sudden. So I'm thinking it'd be a cool time for Steve to show up at that concert and announce his tour, right? And kind of just say, hey, maybe do a song or two with the band. That don't mean he's rejoining Journey, at least not right now, right? But wouldn't that be a cool way to start his tour? A cool way to announce it, right? I'm just throwing it out there. You can have your opinions. I can have my wishes for Christmas. So what do I want for Christmas? Wouldn't that be a cool Christmas gift? Steve shows up at the Journey concert, which is coming up in a little more than a week from now. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think it'd be cool. But if not, I still think that Steve is about to announce his tour plans. Only got a few more weeks before the year's up, and we shall see what happens. Plus, a couple of days ago, I think it was yesterday actually, Neil Sean was tweeting and putting stuff on Instagram of this Journey record, Escape record, and he tagged Jonathan Cain and Steve Perry and himself in this Instagram post. If they're not getting along, well, he tagged them. Why did he do that all of a sudden out of the blue, like he's promoting, Steve Perry, though, did promote his songs. He had a playlist a couple of days ago. He's doing a playlist, and he lists his solo albums. He even mentions For the Love of Strange Medicine. He's got You Better Wait and Missing You on there, so he does mention them. Some people are saying he never mentions those albums. What? Well, he mentioned those albums. He mentioned Journey and his solo stuff, the songs from that for his playlist. Sounds like a good set list, to me. So as Steve is setting up for his concert, for his tour, it sounds like, and Steve is hinting around every day of things. He's posting stuff every day, getting us pumped up. And we'll see what happens, We shall see what happens. I'm just happy that Steve is out there doing the music. I'm excited for a concert. I hope it happens very soon. Journey and Journey Through Time next year. Maybe Journey's going to take a break, but we'll see what happens. There's stuff I want for Christmas. Can you blame a guy for wanting stuff for Christmas? Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.